Hey everyone! Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a moment when we uncover coins that might be hiding incredible stories. Trust me, you'll want to be here for this. Today, I want to take a closer look at a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance, but could carry more significance than you imagine. We are talking about the 2008 South Africa 20 cents coin, a coin that most people probably tossed aside in their change, but one that holds a story of history, design, and even collector intrigue. Let's start by picturing it. The coin is small, weighing just over 3 grams, and about the size of a typical button. On one side, you'll notice the country's name, written in a way that reflects South Africa's rich, multilingual culture. On the other side, it proudly displays its value, 20 cents, and a detailed image of the national flower, the king protea. It's a simple coin, but in that simplicity, there's a connection to history and identity. Now, you might ask, is this just another coin from 2008? Well, yes and no. On the surface, it was minted as part of the standard circulation series, meaning millions of these coins were produced. In fact, over 250 million of them were put into circulation that year. So yes, it's not rare in the sense that collectors chase thousands of them. But here's where it gets interesting: coins aren't just about rarity. They are about story, condition, and sometimes, the extraordinary exceptions. Let's talk about condition. For most people, a coin like this is worth just a few cents above face value, especially if it's worn or has been handled a lot. But for collectors, condition is everything. If you find a coin that looks almost brand new, with its original shine intact, it could be worth significantly more. People who specialize in coins pay attention to things like luster, sharpness of design, and whether the edges are pristine. For the 2008 20 cents, a perfect, uncirculated example could be worth several times more than a coin that's been rattling around in pockets for years. Then there's the fascinating world of error coins. Every now and then, a coin comes off the press with a flaw, a misstrike, an off-center stamp, or an unusual marking. These mistakes, rare as they are, can make a coin incredibly valuable. While most 2008 South Africa 20 cents coins are standard, the possibility of finding an anomaly is why collectors dig through coin jars with such dedication. And for you, watching this at home, that's the thrill, the possibility that an ordinary-looking coin could be extraordinary, beyond rarity and errors. There's the historical and emotional value. For many of us in the 55-65+ age group, coins like this can trigger memories. Maybe you remember paying for groceries with similar coins, or receiving change at a corner store decades ago. That nostalgia adds an intangible value that no catalog can capture. When you hold a coin from 2008, you're holding a small piece of everyday life, frozen in time. Now, I want to give you practical advice if you're digging through old coins. First, check for condition. Is it shiny and crisp, or dull and worn? Look closely at the edges and the design. Is it perfectly centered, or does something look slightly off? These small details can make a huge difference in value. If you suspect your coin is special, consider documenting it carefully. Take clear photos and note any unusual marks. Even if you don't plan to sell, knowing you have a potentially rare coin is exciting. Collectors also pay attention to the local demand. While this coin was made in huge numbers, collectors who focus on South African coins might place more value on specific years, mint marks, or unusual varieties. So what seems like a common coin could still have a niche audience willing to pay a premium. And now, here comes the moment you've been waiting for, the big reveal. You may have heard stories online claiming that a 2008 South Africa 20 cents coin sold for $9.5 million. That's an eye-popping number and grabs headlines, but here's the reality for most of us. The typical coin from 2008, in normal condition, is worth about 30 to 35 US cents. That's the baseline value if you're holding one in your hand today, but, and this is where it gets interesting, there's always the possibility of exceptions. If a coin is in pristine, uncirculated condition, or if it has a documented minting error, provenance, or grading certification, its value can skyrocket in the right collector's hands. That's how legends of multi-million-dollar coins are born. The ordinary becomes extraordinary because someone took the time to notice the details, preserve it, and present it to the world. So the takeaway here is this: don't dismiss the coins in your pocket, your change jar, or your collection. Every coin has a story. Some are ordinary, some are valuable in small increments, and every now and then, one could be extraordinary. The 2008 South Africa 20 cents coin is a perfect example. Its face value is tiny, its circulation huge, but for the careful eye, the collector's touch, and a little bit of luck, it might just surprise you. If you're curious and want to see more coins explored in this way, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. You'll get insider insights on coins that seem simple but could carry history, rarity, and even financial value. And remember, the next time you see a 2008 20 cents coin, it's not just a piece of metal, it's a piece of story, culture, and maybe, just maybe, hidden treasure. So take a moment to look through your old coins. Inspect them carefully. Appreciate the design, the history, and the possibilities. And who knows, one day, you might find a coin that turns an ordinary collection into an extraordinary story.